I was looking for something, and this was just such a wonderful surprise.
Hey, come over.
She's a recording artist, a film actress,
oh my gosh,
an animated movie voice, host of a cooking show, and more. At 29, Selena Gomez is a proven multi-talented marvel. With 250 million Instagram followers, a loyal fan base inspired by her courageous example as she's navigated an array of personal challenges. You have fans who are grateful for everything that you've shared with them and who I'm sure convey that to you as they meet you as well, right?
Yeah, well, I'm very, very lucky. I feel like I've gotten the opportunity to grow up with my audience, so it's been really fun to just grow up with a whole generation of people.
It's a generation that first came to know Selena Gomez on series TV, yet it had been a minute. Nearly a decade since she'd starred on Disney Channel's Wizards of Waverly Place, until television beckoned once more.
I was so excited and really anxious to find something in this space. And it had been a while since I had done TV and really anything in the acting field.
Now she's joined with comedy legends Steve Martin and Martin Short for Hulu's Only Murders in the Building. The three star in the 10-part comic mystery as New York City neighbors and true crime buffs who get their own case to crack and their own podcast to produce. Selena, you have so many places that you can deploy your creativity, so many people eager to collaborate with you. What made this the right decision for you?
It was such an instant connection, and I loved the character. I also am a huge fan of true crime, so it was a no-brainer. I was really excited.
Steve, why is true crime so fascinating to so many of us now?
Well, I have a couple of theories.
Found someone dead.
What?
Sounds like they offed themselves.
You're kidding me.
9th floor. Can't let anyone in.
We can't go to our apartments?
No.
One is that true crime usually has a beginning, a middle, and an end, which, a lot of movies and stories, they don't end satisfyingly. So, and I've longed to do in my movie career a crime story like that, where you're just compelled by it. You want to know who did it.
Ooh, you're good.
But the blending of comedy was difficult, and this kind of blends it perfectly.
That is a very good line. Badly delivered, but a good line.
You don't know how many times I said to Marty, "That's what you're going to do."
It's true. Steve has always talked about wishing he could do something that was perceived as a crime, as opposed to what the critics had called some of his work.
That was good.
I saw it coming a mile away.
Gomez got to witness the decades-long comic chemistry between these two close friends, with more than 100 combined years in show business. Their first collaboration came on 1986's Three Amigos.
My little buttercup has the sweetest smile.
More recently, they fired zingers at each other for a two-man Netflix special.
You look like Anderson Cooper froze to death on New Year's Eve.
When Marty and I fly together, we save a lot of money because Marty fits conveniently in the overhead bin.
So, great chemistry sometimes is natural and organic, but it is aided and abetted by time and working with someone. You get looser and looser and looser with each other and more trusting. Steve and I have tremendous trust when we work with each other. Often, we'll have lines and he'll say, "You know what, you should say this line. It's better for you."
Selena, how did you fit in so well with these two guys who have 30 plus years of history together?
I was a little nervous in the beginning. So the first day of shooting, I remember I called my mom and I was like, "I'm so nervous, I'm excited." And it was with Steve.
I have maps and I have full blueprints of each floor of the Arconium.
Oh, you fancy. Honestly, by the end of the first take, I felt so welcome and so comfortable. And when we're not shooting, all of our chairs are kind of, we were at a safe distance, but we were always three, the three hanging out together. And they just made me laugh. They were so wonderful and great to the crew. And I mean, it didn't even feel like work sometimes.
There's a scene in the first show, which I love, which is I'm speaking to Selena about, I say to her, "As you know, I am a director by day." And it cuts to her face and you realize she has no idea who I am.
Kind of like real life.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
There's a very strong chance the killer is musical superstar Sting.
The guy from U2.
Do these guys talk in a language that you sort of have to learn a little bit, Selena? Is that how it works? There are
Sometimes
references.
there's
that
a few moments where it's like, shoo, just right over my head. But it's okay. I found it comforting.
Along with the laughter, this series is knowing, too, rich with Steve Martin's observations on life in a Manhattan apartment complex.
I live in one of those buildings in New York, and I've always thought of it as it could be a character because there's so many varieties of people who live there. So you always have elegant entrances, and then it starts to deteriorate.
Gomez's Mabel is no dewy-eyed ingenue. She's a woman with a mysterious past, adding to the intrigue and allure, alongside Martin Short's exuberantly floptastic theatrical director.
I love satirizing people in show business who feel that their worth is way more than it is. That's always right away makes me laugh.
And Steve Martin's struggling actor, a one-hit TV series wonder.
The character's quite a stretch for me because it's about an actor who was popular in the 80s.
Wow, that's so weird. Could you relate to that at all?
No, I couldn't,
While it never references the pandemic itself, its aura of loneliness and isolation matches the mood of our era.
I think pandemic or not, it's very possible for three lonely-ish characters to exist in a building and be solitary and be single and then meet up with a mutual interest. I mean, a mutual interest is what really connects disparate people, like bird watchers, they're all over the map, bird watchers. And we're just crime watchers.
Hold on!
The story's twists, turns, and torrent of suspects leave room for these crime watchers to connect. In doing so, revealing a new side of Selena Gomez's performing talents, as she matches wits and witticisms with her venerable co-stars.
We're gonna go down there and look around for clues. You wanna come?
Do I want to break into a dead guy's apartment and go through all his Sounds like an afternoon.
Selena was right there trying to figure us out.
I still am.
For Nightline, I'm Chris Connolly in Los Angeles.
Our thanks to Chris. You can watch Only Murders in the Building on Hulu now.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.